Hello everyone, I am Tooba Mirza and I am the owner, founder and lead PMP GMP and PMP trainer of Ontime Training and Consultancy Services. So why I'm here? I'm here because I want to explain one of the PMP questions to my students. So I keep on posting these PMP questions for practice for my students, for my subscribers on LinkedIn page. And I have that habit of posting the correct answer and its explanation as well once the poll on the page ends. However, for this particular question, I thought of making a video. And why so? Because I thought that this question was pretty tricky for my students. So let's check what this question has. First of all, let's read the question. So the question says that a project team member asked you about who is responsible. This who is important to distribute the risk status to project stakeholders. Where should he look to know who is responsible for this task? So the team member asked you about who is responsible to distribute the risk status or the current information about where the risk management, which risks are still open, which risks are closed, which risk has been changed or reassessed, or whichever information they want to see in the form of a report. They want to check that report, but the question is asking who is responsible to send this report to this user. Who is responsible for this task? And let's see, check the answer choices. So the answer choices says communication management plan, risk management plan, risk register, and RAM, which is responsibility assignment matrix. And the correct answer to this question was communication management plan. And some of the students came back to me asking why communication management plan is the right choice and why risk register or risk management plan was not the right choice. So I thought to explain that in the video, rather explain that in the form of a post, because this requires a detailed explanation. So first of all, whenever it's about who is responsible, the roles and responsibilities about a certain process, in this case, it's about one of the processes of risk management, which is risk controlling and risk monitoring and tracking. And the roles and responsibility of the risk management process is there in the risk management plan. Same goes for the other knowledge areas as well, like communication management plan and stakeholder management plan and scope management plan and the other knowledge areas of project management. However, still the correct answer to this was not risk management plan. So let's see step by step. First of all, let's talk about the risk register and the RAM, that why they were incorrect choices. Most of the audiences who attempted that poll, they chose risk register as the answer choice, and risk register definitely is not the answer choice. Let me tell you why. Because risk register has that risk owner column, I agree. However, that risk owner column in the risk register is particularly about those risks, the ownership of that risk, that if there is a risk, who is responsible to take the ownership, who is responsible to create the response plan, who is responsible to take care of the implementation of the response plan. However, it's not about the process at all. So risk register was definitely not a choice to this question. Why RAM is not a choice? RAM is not a choice because responsibility assignment matrix, I'm sure everybody has seen that matrix. I do not have that with me right now, but the responsibility assignment matrix looks like this. There's a column which says the task or maybe the WBS level elements and who is responsible, accountable, or maybe consulted or informed about those tasks. So it's more about the responsibility assignment at the scope or task level, and it's not at all about the responsibility at the risk level. So it's definitely not a choice. And whenever it's about the roles and responsibilities, like I said before, it's usually about the plan. So it was either between A or B. And now let me talk about the risk management plan first, that why it is not a choice and why A is a choice. Because risk management plan has certain contents, like it has about the methodology. It has about the strategy of the risk management. It has about the frequency, like how frequent this process should be going. The number of iterations you should be doing for your risk management, the number of the times the identification process should be carried out, how many times the risk register should be updated, and how frequent the monitoring exercise should be done, and how frequent the risk status report should be updated. Everything would be there in the form of methodology, frequency, roles and responsibilities, and certain other like categories and certain other content. So maybe someone would ask, when you talk about the roles and responsibilities, and when you want to know who is responsible for the risk status report spreading, why risk management plan would not be chosen? The point being, this management plan has the frequency element, which is how frequent or how many number of times that process should be doing, and the roles and responsibility, which says that who is responsible to do that. Maybe the project manager, or maybe someone else who he has delegated this task to. However, communication management plan is even comprehensive than this. So communication management plan talks about what information or what communication should be sent to who, and at what time or in what frequency, which is the when part, and in what format, which talks about the how part as well. And it also talks about the responsible person for this particular communication. So every management plan has certain roles and responsibilities regarding that area. However, those roles and responsibilities are further translated in the communication management plan, because communication management plan is project wise. It's not about any specific project area or project knowledge area wise. So all the information about this, the information that you have gathered from the stakeholders, the information that you have about the scope, schedule, and budgets and resources and risk, and maybe about the quality, all those communication related requirements should be translated into a one single source of truth, which is communication management plan, which is even comprehensive. So risk management plan, maybe it talks about who is responsible, and it talks about when, like with what frequency should be taken, but still it would not talk about who is the target audience, by what time it should be sent, and what channel you are going to follow, maybe the email, or maybe the blogs, or maybe the company website, or whichever channel it is. So between A and B, though B is also not incorrect, but A is the most correct and most comprehensive choice over here. So remember, when we talk about PMP, and when we talk about the scenarios in the exam, it's very frequent that you would get questions which has more than one correct answer, but you are expected to be choosing that answer which is the best one, not the better one. In case when you are seeing more than one good choices, go with the best one. So communication management plan in this case is going to talk about every aspect of this communication, like who is responsible for this risk status report, what is the target audience who should be getting it, what frequency it should be followed, and what channel it should be followed, and what is the nature of the communication, which is the risk status report over here. So I hope now this question is clear to all those who have attempted it wrongly. And if you like our questions on the LinkedIn page, and if you like our explanation as well, please do subscribe our LinkedIn page. I'm going to share the page a link in the post as well. And if you like our questions and the format and the articulation of the questions, we have plenty of such questions in our simulator and question answer bank. Do consider joining our PMP Bootcamp, which is starting from 3rd December 2022. I will see you again in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye.